Been long and hot.
Hot, very hot, very, very, very hot. Yeah, I mean we're happy for them. It was good service. It was quick.
Oh, wow, he's being serious.
And
that was service. Was it a funeral or?
it kind of was. It resembled that, if you would say that. No.
What do you think?
No, it was pretty good.
I just got here. I don't even know what you're talking about.
When we went on that mission trip together, that's all he did was talk to her the whole time, non-stop.
What advice can you non-married guys give to the married guy?
Don't mess up.
We're kind of watching him to see what happens to him.
Yeah.
Too late to turn back now.
Go first, and then we're gonna watch him. Yeah. What's your advice to Steve?
Yeah.
Do whatever she says and don't screw up.
Don't grow up.
Don't screw up.
I thought you said don't grow up.
Well, she was my friend first. And then he started talking to her, which was weird. Because he didn't talk to girls. But it was fine. But it was, I didn't suspect it at first. But yeah.
And Jacy is just the type of person too that she takes life pretty serious.
She just gets straight to the point.
Yeah, she doesn't have any bull crap about her.
Yeah, she didn't screw around.
No, she
knew that.
didn't waste time on her first date. They talked about their expectations and what they wanted.
I got anxious and cooped up in the house, and I was ready to get done with the ceremony and just to get on with it. It was beautiful. I think it's just because we all grew up around here, so it's just kind of like an area that was beautiful to all of us.
Is anybody married? Okay. Are you the only one?
I think so.
Yeah, you are the only one.
Okay, so what's your advice for happy marriage?
I mean, everyone says communication, but I think something that kills everything is expectations. So you can't just rush in expecting certain things. Like, definitely communicating about what you need from each other, I think, is key in making sure you're successful and happy all the time.
Okay, for those of you, that's very nice.
Jesus. Always the answer. Congrats, guys. Good job. We love you.
I'm just happy to see how much Steve loves her and how perfect of a match they are for each other.
Yeah, that's really rad.
Rad.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fun because Steve and I make fun of Jacy together, so I get along with him. But he loves her a lot, and like whenever she gets upset, he makes me stop, so that's cool. Yeah, that's important.
He babies.
So what a good husband does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could kill spiders for her.
Yep.
Spiders.
Yep. He's just, I couldn't think of a more perfect guy for her because she's hard to deal with sometimes. The very first date, she never went on a date with a guy before.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, she was never in a relationship, and I don't think he was ever.
She never even would go on a date with a guy.
So.
And then he asked her on a date, and when she said yes and told us, we were like, must be special. So, and then we went on vacation with him, with the whole family, 5 months after they started dating, but we hadn't met him that much because he lived far away, and that's when I knew, because he totally catered to her.
Yeah, I feel like whenever he started coming to our family stuff and didn't leave after he met us all, then that was like, okay, that's a good sign.
Yeah, and he accepts us, so that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, basically what Kyle said, you can't fight if you're praying together, because how are you going to keep fighting as you sit down and pray together? So, basically impossible. But also, just to listen to the woman.
Yeah.
Women are always right. Nod your head and smile.
Yeah, like 99% of the time, Jacy's always going to be right. And the 1% Steve is right, he's still going to be wrong in some way. You know, to accept that and just do what she says.
Still have fun date nights. That's another one.
It was cool seeing.
We love you.
I mean, yeah. that's all. Yeah, like that. I mean, yeah.
Touché.
Thanks to the candy at the wedding.
Cool seeing what?
Oh, it was cool seeing Steve when she started walking down. He was trying to compose himself, but you know, it's kind of hard
We're
to do.
2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2. Now I got to cry during my wedding.
Yep.
A lot better job than your hug.
I'll put an onion in my pocket.
Yeah, he held himself together a little bit better.
Yeah. It was cool seeing that.
It was cool.
That means he really loves her, so that's good.
Yeah. Dad must be proud. His daughters are married off to guys that cry.
Now I got to cry at my wedding. That's good.
That's what I think. How proud would that make you as a dad for both of
like,
your...
I mean, like,
that's what I think.
If I was a dad and my son was
like, girl, yeah, whoever's going to cry, you're
yeah.
Yeah.
So then whoever
like,
you're
I'm
marrying,
so
your dad's
concerned about it.
gonna be
I'm gonna put onions in my pocket when I get married, so that way I like smell it and I'm crying. In case I don't actually cry.
Good point.
Yeah, you know.
Well, hopefully you cry, but
Hopefully, I feel like I will.
You
I'm an
still love
emotional
him if you
boy.
don't cry, but you know, it's just some.
Yeah, but it's
extra
cooler if you
little-
cry, because then everyone's like, that guy, he's tough, but he also cries. It's like when a guy wears pink, it's like, he's tough. Tough guys wear pink.
Pretty great.
Do you have a favorite part?
No, not the toast.
I like the toast. The toast was awesome.
Yeah. I spent like 2 hours coming up with that. And it was like 4 lines of text.
Were you really searching on Google, or was that the joke?
I searched on Google and ripped off my first joke entirely from somebody else's thing.
Are you happy you made it here and got to walk down the aisle and see your brother get married?
Oh yeah, definitely now that it's over.
Anything else you want to say to those two?
No, I'm out of jokes.
I'm going to say we couldn't have worked out much better day. Somebody's looking out for us, you know?
It's perfect.
Perfect.
You've been dying to talk here.
I think from the first time he came home from the mission trip and told me about her. And then every time afterwards, he always wanted to impress her, and I could tell she was the one.
Anything for you?
Yep. Of course, Mom, she gets first-hand experience on this stuff. She's always home. She gets to hear about everything before I do. I always get it second, third hand. So.
Steven bet $10 that I wouldn't cry during the dance. That was a sucker bet.
You won. He won $10.
No, he lost. he said I wouldn't cry, and I totally cried. We all knew that.
Well, being sure when you do it that that's where you want to be, I think.
You agree with that?
Just loving each other, making time for each other, and like the preacher said, praying with each other and for each other.
Any other advice that you'd have to give those two?
Just be mature, be patient, trust in the Lord. He'll lead you there.
Anything else you guys want to say?
Nope, that's perfect. They're perfect.
They're both good kids, and we're glad to see them married. Oh, I think they were serious pretty quickly, you know.
What's your advice for just a long, happy marriage?
Oh, just love each other and treat each other well.
About time.
Well,
about time. He's only like 21 years old.
No.
It doesn't feel like he should be getting married.
No,
like
not really.
We're not that much older. It really doesn't seem like he should be there.
Are either one of you married?
I have been married 12 years.
12 years? How old are you?
34.
34. I assume you're 34 as well.
Divorced. Married 8 years.
Okay.
This will be edited.
Maybe not. So I can ask you, what's the secret to a happy, healthy marriage?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
That must have been what I didn't do.
That's really the key. There's a lot of give and take, and you're going to give and take, and she's probably not going to give, but you're going to do the giving and taking. So just part of it, buddy.
There might be some headlocks involved.
Yeah. And if you think you won't ever fight, good luck with that. It's going to happen. That's where the yes ma'am comes in handy.
At what point did you think those two have been dating, what, a couple years, year and a half?
Me and my wife started dating in junior high.
Okay, well, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about your brother.
My brother?
Yes.
Oh,
Not that brother, Steven.
Oh, no.
I don't know either.
I think they've been dating like a year and a half, 2 years. So I'll answer that question for you. Okay. Do you have any idea at what point you thought that we might be standing here talking about their wedding today? Was there like a, you know?
I don't know.
No, I don't
Maybe
know.
we weren't around for it.
We weren't around, yeah. We missed a bunch of that dating part of it.
Yeah.
Even though we live in the same town.
I was like, oh, Steven likes girls. Huh, wow.
Okay, fair enough. Glad we proved that today.
Yes, yes we did.
What do you think about Jacy?
Good girl. Great
Sweet
girl.
If you had to say why those two were right for each other, what would you say? What do you see?
There's God there. That's what's gonna make him strong.
Yep. They got the same goal. So as long as you work towards the same thing.
Anything else you want to say to those guys?
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Congratulations.
Keep a smile on your face.
I assume there's going to be twins in the family.
It could happen.
There's 2-3 sets already, so.
I think every generation, so have fun with that one.
Yeah, good luck.
Good.
Well, I thought it was really, really special. This is what she always wanted to do, was to get married here, and we made it happen.
I think it was a little bit more work than the other wedding because we had to do a lot more ourselves, create the building. So, but I thought it was really special, and I don't know, I teared up. So, you know, your baby's getting, you know, your first one, so I'm gonna start crying. So.
Crying again? No, it was really neat. Yes, it's a ton of work, but every minute was worth it. I'm saying that I've only worked the last 3 days, but still. I think for everybody else, they'd say the same.
Same thing I asked Jenna. You know, what point did you guys think that they would be married?
Their very first date.
Yeah.
When we met Steve. Actually, that was before they even started dating. He came over, drove up here in a snowstorm.
Yep.
And we went to Pappy's and ate. Remember?
From Bolivar?
From Bolivar.
Oh,
Him and Jacy
yep.
drove up here in a snowstorm so that we could meet Steven.
Yep.
And we hadn't met him yet.
I was telling them to stay there. So, that ain't no big deal. Oh no, it's very important to him that he come out and meet.
So they came up here and we met him, and he wanted to make sure that we liked him before he asked Jacy to officially start dating.
Yep.
And so.
And you liked him?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's part of my, you know, the little bit of a toast I did. I'm serious when I say that. That's hard to find these days. So a guy who has been parented in a way that they do those kind of things. And so when someone's like that, they're a good fit.
And he really calms her.
Oh yeah.
That was what I was going to ask. It was kind of yin and yang a little bit, or?
I think so. Jacy's, well, I know this doesn't make any sense to you, but she is a nickel.
She's blunt. She's straightforward.
Yeah,
There's
black and white.
no gray.
Just, you know.
I feel like you've got 3 different personalities with your children.
Yes, very.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely do. So, you know, Steven is really, I think, calms her down a little bit, or like brings her back in a little bit.
Yep.
She needs somebody that just lets her be herself.
Yep.
Not too many men can handle a woman like that. That's
She's
for
independent.
sure. Very independent.
So.
Was that her first boyfriend?
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And his first girlfriend.
His only girlfriend.
Which is
very
awesome.
unusual.
You know.
But great.
Yeah, Jacy always thought there's no reason to date unless you want to date to get married. You know, she didn't want to mess around with all the drama with boyfriends and breaking up, and she'd have guys ask her out all through high school and stuff, and she always would tell them no. And even in college, she had some people and tell them no, and I don't know what it was about Steven, but
he was the one.
He was the one.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Advice for those 2. You know, again, different personalities usually need a little bit different advice, maybe. But I'm sure the same.
I know his advice didn't work the first time with the first 2, so.
So, plenty of time to have kids. You don't have to rush right into it. They complement each other well. Again, Steven will need to have patience and understanding.
Yes.
But that's what makes Jacy, Jacy, and the wonderful woman she is. So, no, you guys will be great. You'll have a great family.
They will.
And
I'm excited.
Can't wait for the future.
Let's not say they rush it, but you know, regardless if they maybe do rush it, it could be 2 for 1. I think with that family, right? I mean, they're
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she's a little worried about that. Actually, she's like.
That's kind of cool. We don't have any twins around in our family, so hey, why not?
That'll be an experience,
Yeah.
but I know she's a little worried about that.
Really, no reason to rush.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nope. Anything else you guys want to add?
Nope. I just love them both, and I'm excited.
Absolutely.
So excited.
Sum this place up in like a sentence, if you can. I mean, how do you? This is like.
I told you earlier, commune. I don't.
I sum it up to people of it's a mix of American pickers and hoarders.
Organized hoarders.
In that they have a ton of stuff, but the majority of that stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm not even an antiquer guy.
Yeah, and it's not like trash hoarding stuff.
No.
This is.
But
they just have a A lot of collection, years and years and years of collections. So.
Well,
two polar opposite families. My family's totally opposite.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sure you get that too, just from talking to our different parents.
Yeah, in a good way, but polar opposites.
I just thought the ceremony was beautiful. It's a beautiful setting, and you couldn't ask for better weather, and couldn't ask for a better addition to our family than Stephen is.
I think she brought him to a family event, and we just thought from the very start that he was the one for her. We really like him, and they both seem to like the same type things and doing the mission work and church activities, and we just think he's a really good addition to our family.
Our family can be kind of wild and crazy at times, and I think Stephen's going to need some loosening up, but I think he'll come around.
Yeah, I agree.
Jacy's a little more reserved, a little more, I don't know how you would say it, but
A little more serious. And,
yes.
Yeah, very goal-oriented. We're very
She knows
proud
what
of
she
her.
wants for life, and she'll wait for it, and when it comes along, she grabs it, and that's what she did with Stephen, I think.
Any advice for those two?
Oh, they're going to be fine. I think they'll be a very happy couple, and
Just hold on to each other and love each other, and I'm sure they will, and they'll be fine.
yeah, I agree.
My son got married here in what year?
2005.
2005.
That's the only one.
This is the second wedding?
Yeah, and my grandson, which is 22,
Yeah.
he said, when I get married here for long, he said, I'm going to get married out here too. And I said, okay, but that's the last one. Too much work.
Well, Jacy talked about getting married out here because she loves this place. Does it mean so much to her? How cool was that to see your granddaughter walk down the aisle?
Yeah, it sure was.
I had tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
great.
she said, I've always wanted to get married here, so that's all she had to say. It was whatever she wanted.
She's a great girl and got a great husband.
What do you think of him?
He's a good guy.
I think he's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah.
He's a good Christian boy, I know
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Well, both of them are.
He's such a gentleman. I mean, like they said, he walks on the outside like you're supposed to. He opens up the door. He wants to carry all of her stuff. The problem with Jacy, she's very independent. She takes that after her grandma and her mother.
Amen.
And we're very independent women. So I told her one day, I said, you need to let him do that because this is something he wants to do for you. I said, so you really need to let him do it. And it was hard, it's hard. Because once in a while she'd run out there to grab the doorknob and he'd be running out there to try to beat her to it. And I'd look and I'd go like that. And so then she'd go, I'm letting him.
So what point did you think they were going to wind up married? Was there a point?
Yeah, I think as soon as they started dating,
Yeah.
because Jacy never dated before.
And he never dated before.
And he never dated, and when they met each other
Yeah.
in Texas, wasn't it?
Well, Houston, yeah.
Houston.
On a mission trip.
You know, it clicked, you know.
Yeah.
But I knew when she started talking about him, I said, Grandma, this grandma, I said,
You gotta know
they're going to
Grandma.
get married. She's happy and all smiles.
Yeah.